Thank you for a beautiful Sunday morning already with the music team and the meditation and the absolute word from Linda. We are blessed. We are blessed this day as we are blessed every day. For today, we arrive in Jerusalem. For Jerusalem is a symbol of love and peace. So to go to Jerusalem is to arrive at an inner peace in our minds and in our hearts and our entire being, so that we can love and live as we were created. So what a joyous cause for celebration to arrive at this inner peace. This is Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna means to praise, to be praised, to acknowledge joy and adoration. It means to be held in high esteem, to be held in the highest regard. It's a great word, and it's reserved usually for just this one Sunday, this Hosanna Sunday for today. And it carries such incredible energy. Now, we love the word namaste. We do in unity. It has its place, absolutely, with such grace and calm and presence. Namaste means the divine within me beholds and honors the divine within you. Whereas Hosanna means, I adore you. I adore you. Now, when you arrived this morning and you walked through the Peace Garden, you may have noticed some of our prayer chaplains and members of the community and children, they were greeting you with palm fronds and with hosannas. They were honoring you. They were praising you. They were holding you in the highest esteem, the highest regard. They were telling you that they absolutely adore you. Now contemplate that for a moment. How did that feel? Perhaps you hadn't expected a greeting exactly like that. It may have caught you off guard. You might have felt a bit self-conscious about it, embarrassed even. Or because you remembered it was Palm Sunday and you've experienced our hosannas before, you were anticipating this greeting. Maybe you were looking forward to it. I can't wait to get to Unity this morning and feel absolutely adored, knowing that we had created this Palm Sunday experience for your arrival. This is my vision for every Sunday. This is our vision, the leadership team and the membership here at Unity of the Keys, that for every event, for every Sunday, for every experience here at this beloved community that you attend, you feel absolutely cherished and adored, that you feel seen and included. Now, there's no right or wrong answer to how you felt this morning. Whatever we experience in life is an opportunity to explore our personal, our individual reaction or response. And it's not to judge it at all. It's always to examine it with curiosity and a tenderness towards ourselves and awareness, to explore always our humanness, our experiences, and to allow a space for healing. Because that's what we're all here to do, all of us, to heal and to love, which also means to love ourselves with all of our perfect imperfections, all of our divine humanness. So for Palm Sunday, let's look at our palms. Okay, let's look at our palms. Now, ignore the urge to read your lifelines right now. Simply look at your palms. They are remarkable, aren't they? Our palms represent a powerful opportunity to make a choice, for we always have a choice to make, always. So take those palms and clench your fist and see how that covers your palm. The palm of your hand is now hidden between a mask of anger or fear or nervousness or playful boxing. Now let's think of all the ways we use the power of praise through our palms. We applaud. I've heard some of that already this morning. We cheer to the sky. In our song last week, we began with infinite God and raised our palms up in the symbol of raising our hands to above and beyond and all that is. A touch on someone's hand or on someone's shoulder, the okay sign. In giving, we use our hands, our palms outreach to give, and when we receive. Handshakes, our palm to palm. We praise with our palms together, which is our touchstone, remembering to make time to set aside a space to commit to daily prayer and meditation. And we use our palms together to represent intimate God. We use it when honoring one another with namaste, and with palms surrounding to give a hug or hugging ourselves. We praise with our palms facing outward when we honor others. We do this whenever we say our unity blessing to someone, to appreciate and value them, to behold the divine. We rub our hands together, we feel that energy and the heat within our palms, then we face them outward to bless them. So let's do that this morning. We're going to divide the room in half. And those of you that are in the middle, you have to decide which side you're on, the right or the left. You have to decide where your middle is. And now our right side. Take a deep breath, a grounding breath. And now say to the left side, with your hands together, namaste. And now our left side, accept that blessing. Breathe it in, feel that namaste. And now left side, take a deep grounding breath and say to the right, namaste. And the right side, accept that blessing, feel it, breathe it in. And now everybody breathe. Everybody breathe. That felt very nice, didn't it? It's peaceful, it's honoring, it's calming, it's a very sweet energy. And we allow ourselves to feel the fullness of that sweet energy. Okay, now back to the right side. Get ready. Rub those hands together. Feel that heat building up. And now you are going to say to the left side, with your voice and your palms facing them, we're going to say, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest, which means I adore you. Are you ready? Together? Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Okay. Now feel that. All right. Let's get ready as we face the side and say, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. And now the right side, feel that. Feel that. Receive it. Did you feel a shift in the energy? The first one, namaste, that is very calming, isn't it? It's loving. It is beautiful. And the second, Hosanna, is invigorating. It feels to me like namaste makes my insides smile. My divinity is being recognized and honored. It's a beautiful thing. And Hosanna causes that smile to reach my face, for I am being adored. Hosanna means I adore you. Now we all walk through life every day, moving up and down that energy scale. We're affected by the events in our lives and in the lives of those around us. And we are also affected by what's going on within us. And we master this shift and remember to find our center, our balance, our grounded. For we are the ones responsible for that energy, the vibration that we are carrying. Perhaps we need to say to ourselves every day, to a mirror, both namaste and Hosanna. This week is referred to as the week that changed the world, and today is called Palm Sunday. For this was the day that the man we know as Jesus rode into Jerusalem for Passover and was met by crowds overjoyed. They were jubilant. They were placing branches and palms over the muddy road because many had traveled before him and the roads were all dug up and messy. And crowds were rejoicing and saying, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna is very much alive here today. Through Hosanna, we praise and we worship and we celebrate that. Now, praise and worship are two words that are not found within unity very often. Praise and worship. And one reason is that the masculine pronouns are most often found in praise and worship. It's he, him, father. And in unity, we hold God as an energy transcending gender. Sometimes we refer to mother, father, everything God, not limited to one or the other, the loving energy of all that is. And the second reason is that praise and worship implies worshiping God as separate and apart from us, worshiping from afar. And in unity, we see God as everywhere present, within and without. So yes, from afar also, inclusive of all, infinite, intimate, and innermost. For in unity, we become experts at adapting and converting language that doesn't fit perfectly with our own understanding of God and our relationship with Spirit, so that we too can experience all ways of praise and worship. For we want to experience its high energy, its open heart, and elevated vibration. Praise and worship is fun. And we don't let these minor variations in beliefs phase us or restrict us or dampen our celebrations of life. We simply adapt them to accommodate our belief system, not to be in conflict with, but to be in harmony with, by simply adding the word and. We enthusiastically participate in Hosanna, just as we have already done. So now imagine this day, well over 2,000 years ago, the energy, the celebration, the open hearts, and the pure joy that greeted Jesus upon his arrival. We're looking at the Gospel of Matthew in chapter 21 that describes in verses 8 through 11. A very large crowd spread their cloaks on the road, and others cut branches from the trees and spread them on the road. The crowds that went ahead of him and followed were shouting, Hosanna to the Son of David. Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest heaven. And when he entered Jerusalem, we know Jerusalem means that space of peace. The whole city was in turmoil, asking, who is this? The crowds were saying, this is the prophet Jesus from Nazareth in Galilee. What a truly triumphant arrival this was. Jesus and his followers were already feeling triumphant. For the day before, Jesus had raised Lazarus from the dead. Jesus and his disciples must have felt invincible. So let's look at that day before. Most of us are aware of the event of Jesus raising Lazarus. Most of us may not relate it to it being so close to the day before Jesus arriving in Jerusalem for Passover. So the day before, Jesus was in a place in Bethany, which metaphysically means wailing and lamentation and signifies the demonstration over these conditions, and explains what was happening during the time of Lazarus' illness, death, and being awakened. So we're told that Jesus was told of Lazarus' illness, yet waits 2 days before walking to Bethany. So when he arrives, Lazarus has been dead 4 days and laid in the tomb. And we're looking at the Gospel of John, the chapter 11, and I'm going to summarize this story. So Jesus says that Lazarus is dead, and he was glad that he was not there at the time to prevent this, for he wants them all to believe. So when he arrives, Martha, the sister of Lazarus, greets him. Now, we all remember Martha. Martha said to him, "If you'd been here, my brother would not have died. But even now, I know that you will take care of it." So we all know a Martha, don't we? Somebody who calls it like it is, doesn't really mince their words. Well, that's who Martha was. And Jesus said to her, "Your brother will rise up." And she said, "I know he will on resurrection day." And Jesus told her, "I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, even though he dies, he shall live." And he went to the tomb, and Jesus was in tears. And this is one of the few times that we are told that Jesus cried. And Jesus said, "Take away the stone." So they took away the stone, and Jesus lifted his eyes to heaven and he said a prayer. He said, "Oh, Father, I know you've heard me. Thank you for hearing me." And then he says, "I'm only saying this aloud so that the people around me will believe. I know that you're with me. I know you're with me always." And he said in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out." And he did. So some thoughts on this first day of the Holy Week, what it could mean to us of Lazarus being awakened, rising from the dead. And we look at this metaphysically and we see that we bring out what's buried in our subconscious. We roll away the stone from the tomb. We remove any blocks to that which we have neglected or allowed to die within us, some quality or activity that we're not allowing to be manifest in our material world. And Jesus's command, "Arise, come out," is restoring that idea, which is asleep in our subconscious, that's trapped in the tomb of our body. It could be a talent that you once exhibited, that you practiced, a musical instrument or pottery or writing, that may be focused on a relationship that you've just let go and didn't want to put the effort into, or a commitment to your health, some activity that brings you joy. We each have something in our lives with which we can relate. For each of us have buried something, some aspect of our lives we think we no longer have time for, or just isn't a priority, or maybe we think we don't deserve to do it. Something that gave us great joy. Maybe you can think of a yearning, something that you've carved out that's really precious to you. Might be singing or painting, sketching, photography, gardening, building, putting your feet in the sand, your hands in the dirt, or your face to the sun, creating something. You love to dance? Okay, when was the last time you did it? You went dancing or even danced around the house. We are being called out to arise to our joy, whatever that joy might be. For you are adored just as you are right now, today. Adored. Accepting that adoration, embracing it as your absolute birthright. You know you deserve to live your life fully, whatever that looks like for you, fully and uniquely. Not shrinking back ever from your glorious life, your most glorious self. So let us, each one, enter this Holy Week considering what might have been lost to us that we are willing to awaken. What do we need to bring out of the tomb of our consciousness into manifestation, to be part of our lives, something that gives us great joy? Hosanna, I adore you. You are God's beloved children with whom God is well pleased. And so it is.